Ba 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 da ba. Okay, let's see how. Well, the guy's getting it set up. I got it set up, but I always get this at the very last second. It doesn't work right. So please bear with me for uno momento, por favor. All right, cool. It's a working. Refresh. Good, good, good. Ah, there we go. Heard myself. So good. It works. Hey, everybody. It's Geekasaurus. All right. So last time we watched DayZ, I had only played it for maybe 20 minutes before I actually streamed live. Now I've been playing it like crazy. Crazy. Get it? Crazy, DayZ, Warzy. All right. So today what I'm going to show you is a really cool method of getting stuff. So, in DayZ, when you die, you lose everything and you're done, and the only way you can get your stuff back is if you go back and either kill the zombie that killed you or kill the player that killed you. In this game, you actually are allowed to go to a safe zone and put your stuff in a bag. And that's what I did. That's what I've done quite a bit. So, on here, you'll see... I'll go to my survivor. I'll go to my inventory. Check out all of these weapons. Now, weapons in this game are very rare and hard to find, and this is just from like one day of farming. Look at it. They've got pistols, and I got an AK-47, Mossberg shotgun. That's just for those kind of weapons. A bunch of ammo, all these weapons, flashlights. Now, they start off the game, they give you a flashlight, but when you've died 5 times, I think, with 5 different characters, you lose your flashlights. Or you actually lose the ability to start with any kind of equipment. This is some armor, which of the ones that are in here, I'm probably end up throwing most of them away. The hats are just nice for cute and look, but the skull mask are basically useless unless you just want to look like an evil killer, which is fine. But they don't offer any armor, and gas mask is 100% useless. I just have it in the bag. I'll just throw it away at some point. And then some food, medical supplies. Look at this. I got 38 bandages. Bandages heal you up after the zombies have eaten you or players shot at you. And it's a bunch of painkillers, which can also heal you up a little bit. And I got this thing. This is new too. This is called a wood shield barricade. And I bumped into this one time. I was running through an area which I easily go into the door, and I went to go to the door, and it was blocked. I'm like, wait a second. Why is this door blocked? I've got no idea. Well, the reason it was blocked is because somebody used one of these wood shield barricades, and you can put it in a doorway, and it completely blocks the door, which is pretty kick butt. So if you're getting swarmed by zombies and you need a way to block them from getting in, you can put the barricade up. There's a hole in it, and you can shoot through the barricade if you need to, or you just use it as a door. Because most of the buildings you find will have doors that are missing. So that way you can at least barricade yourself in. Alright, so let's get into this. I'm going to show you today how to farm. Now, this might change. This is still beta for WarZ, and this kind of thing will probably be changed eventually because it is kind of a way to exploit the system a little bit. Not bad. It's not that bad, but it is a way to kind of get around some of the issues that are in the game. First off, the zombies, in my opinion, in this game are pretty weak. Okay, they're all right, but they don't have a lot of power, and you can easily walk backwards and just whack them in the head, and they die. So to do that, you can use a hammer or whatever kind of blunt weapon. I wouldn't use a gun on a zombie. The things you got to worry about in this game are the other players. I mean, it's just bad, really, really bad. So what I do is I go into town and I only carry a hammer and a helmet and my big backpack. Wait. I'm on the wrong character because I should have this already. I must have picked the wrong character. Let's go back. My guy that I run into town all the time is called Infected Joe. Okay, so here is... I'm Joe. And here is the inventory that he's got. So this is it. I have a large backpack, which I would hate to lose, but it doesn't matter that much. And I've got a hammer and a helmet. And these 3 things are all you need to do farming. Because if you die... You haven't really lost much. You've lost a helmet, which, I mean, I guess I don't really need a helmet, but I'll tell you why a little bit as we get going. Why I use a helmet instead of just a hat. And then the hammer is a real cheap blunt weapon, and it does a lot of damage. A hammer will kill a zombie in 3 hits, whereas a flashlight might take 10 or 15. Alright, so let's get into the game. This is my setup. Helmet, hammer, backpack. That's it. Let's play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a server or servers that have low population. Now it is now 8:30, or it's almost 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning. So you see some of these servers are pretty packed, 36 out of 40. Those are servers you want to avoid when you're farming. And you want to look for servers that have very low populations. Now earlier this morning I found a bunch of servers that only had 1 or 2 players. Now they're moving up because people are waking up. But here's one that's 5 out of 40. I'm going to join the server. And my whole idea here is you want to find a town that's close by to a safe zone. Now this is the one that I picked. There's other ones that are actually a little bit better. I just happen to have 2 or 3 characters right here. And why I want 2 or 3 characters? Because if a zombie kills me and not a player, I can go back and get my stuff. If a player kills me, your stuff's going to be picked up, so you might as well just figure that stuff is gone. Oh, real quick, I'm sorry. My bad. I got to do one more thing. This character I use as my mule to do my runs. He is completely out of food, and he will die pretty soon, so I have to get some food on me real quick. I'm just going to grab a couple of bags of chips or something, and it should be enough to fill me up. Go back to my inventory real quick, go to the food, num-nums, and we will take, let's take a granola bar, and a can of pasta. And, maybe an instant oatmeal. Okay, that should be enough to fill me up. So let's go back into the game. Server browser once again, and we're going to look for a low pop server to do my farming. Why do we want a low population server? Well, because the more people that are in an area, the greater your chances you will not either be able to find items or you'll have to fight them. And fighting them, it's not like a game like Call of Duty where you have great equipment and you can easily, snipe people and all that. You have no weapons at all, and so if you're not really ready for it, they can kill you pretty quickly. Because you might be looking at stuff or you're picking stuff up off the ground, and then all of a sudden you have a hammer in your head. Alright, so now I'm going to eat granola, can of pasta, and the instant oatmeal. Look at that, almost full food. It is daytime. Really, really bad time to farm, but what can you do, right? Middle of the night is better because you can always run and people can't see you. When I'm doing my initial run from the safe zone, look at the map. I'm at Castle Pine Settlement, and I'm going to go to this little area right here. It's not even listed as a town, which is why I think I can get away with doing this a little bit more. And if you can help it, hide your hammer. But while I'm doing this run, I usually look at the view this way, just because I think I have a better peripheral to kind of get an idea where people are. And you always got to keep looking behind you, because there could be people coming up behind you. And players in this game are the worst thing you're going to face. Now, at some point they might ramp up the zombies, but DayZ's zombies are a lot better than the zombies in this game as far as just being really scary. In DayZ, if they even hear you fart, they're coming after you. And they're going to rip your face off in no time. And they'll chase you forever. In this game you can actually outrun them with enough sprint, and they don't see you that well. As long as you're not doing any kind of crazy moves right next to them, you can just walk around them and avoid them altogether. There's a couple times you might come upon them, and if that's the case, that's what the hammer's for. If not, you're just going to just walk around them. Just avoid them altogether. The players, like I said, are the things you got to watch out for. So in this area, there's no zombies, but you got to stop every once in a while, walk backwards, make sure no players are chasing you. And if they are, you got to either get your weapon out or get somewhere to log out, because they're going to kill you and take your stuff. Now, like I said, this is why we're doing the farming this way. I'm wearing a helmet, a backpack, and a hammer. That's all I've got. Because I'm just going to go into town, and this is what the whole purpose of this video today is not to show you how to be awesome in DayZ. This is just to help you get equipment. Because once you've built up a good arsenal of weapons, guns, ammo, food, and all that, then you can come back out with fully stocked up, ready to take on the world. And it's a little bit better, because if you just start out the game and you just try to then build up your equipment, somebody's going to eventually kill you, because you might be running around with a hammer for 4 hours until you find a gun. This way, you increase your chance for finding the weapons, and you have a better chance to at least survive longer term than if it was just jumping in and just playing. I did that first. I mean, what you're watching now is I've played this game now probably at least 24 hours total time played. So I have a full day into this game already. And I've learned a lot. And this is one of the things I've learned, and that's why I'm trying to share it with you guys, because until they change this, this is probably one of the best ways to do it. The unfortunate part of this is this town is a little bit far away from the from that zone. So while what I'm doing right now is it looks like I'm just heading towards the town. I am, but I'm also watching. I'm looking to see if I see any players. Players move a lot differently than zombies. Zombies sort of just stand around, and you'll sort of see them walking from point A to point B. Most of the time they just sit still. Players, you'll see a character moving in the distance that's sort of running this beside a building or skirting. If there's players down here, I will leave. I'll actually just log off right here and go to a different server. Because not that I'm afraid I have to fight them or kill them or whatever, anything like that. It's just that they're already in here. They've already picked out all the good stuff. So that's why I don't even bother. I just switch to another server. There's 200 servers, and okay. So these are called hotspots, and I always check the same spots over and over again. So this is the first hotspot in this town, which is there's always something here, whether it's a flashlight, a bottle of water. I pick every single thing up because you never know what you're going to need later on. Just like if this was a real zombie apocalypse, any type of food or anything you could get your hands on would be beneficial. The only things I usually leave on the ground are masks and stuff like that. Masks are just good for like to look intimidating, but they don't have any armor value where a helmet does. Alright, I'm probably going to skip that flashlight because at this point it's kind of pointless. And what's this on the ground down here? This is a gas mask, totally useless. I haven't seen any point to have any gas masks. There's not been any kind of zombie gas or anything like that going around. So I'll just skip the mask part. It's just for looks. Alright, so let's head in. This is my favorite spot. This is my grocery store. And I'll come in here and I'll look at the shelves. If the shelves are already empty, that means somebody's already been through here and picked everything up. But these shelves do have a couple of things on them. Painkillers, yeah, not really. I don't know why I've got so many of them. I'm becoming a complete drug dealer because I've got like 40 bottles of painkillers. Alright, so these are the hotspots I'm going to. There's always something here. Look, there's a magazine for Stanag 30. Ooh, there's a sniper. Somebody's in global saying, "Hey, sniper." Snipers are the ones you got to watch out for. If I ever get my hold of a sniper rifle, I'm going to be the biggest a-hole in this game because I'll sit on a hill somewhere and you know, kill people as they're walking out. So there's another hotspot. Is this right spot right here? This door is broken. Both of these doors, the big one and this one, you have to jump over to get into. Kind of a pain in the neck. Okay, some food. This always has food. Now my favorite hotspot in this town is coming up, and it's this building over here. Right next to the little white refrigerator on the left, there's almost always a weapon of some kind or some goodies. What do we got here today? Oh, got chem light, which is pretty much useless. If you can hear, there are zombies out and about. I can hear them. Alright, so this is the end of my run. Come in here. Alright, he's coming for me. Okay, I got my hammer out. Okay, you want to switch to this mode, and with a hammer, you whack him in the head. You got to point your camera up a little bit and just hit him like that. And usually you can do it to 2 to 3 shots. I missed one there. And pick up my flare, and then just have a peek around. Sometimes there's something there, but it's very rare. It might have been something I found maybe once or twice. Alright, so here's what I do. Log off. Why am I logging off? Well, because now I'm going to switch to another server that's low population, and the chance of items being there will be a lot higher. That's the whole purpose of this. We are trying to gather stuff. And because I've got a big backpack, I can do a lot more. So as soon as you find a big backpack, this becomes a lot easier. The problem is that big backpack is monstrous on your back, of course. And people can see you from like a mile away. Look at this guy with a freaking huge backpack on his back, and they want to kill you because it's the same reason. They want the big backpack. I found the big backpack by just finding it. Alright, so this shows the game server I was last on. So I'm going to skip. Look at this. 3. That's a server for me. Number 3. So server 3, or has population of 3. The chance of somebody being here is really, really slim. Because this is a 40 square mile map. And somebody being in this town with me is really, really slim. But it is close to a safe zone, so people are not stupid. They're going to be doing the same thing I'm doing. So this town is probably going to be pretty packed. There's a chance that other people will be here too. Alright. Okay, some forget painkillers. I've got so many bottles of painkillers. Binoculars don't really need. Bandages. Always use bandages. I'm gathering as many bandages as I can. Bandages and med packs. Here's some bandages. Forget the painkillers. You gotta always look around for players because those are the ones you gotta watch out for. Now this Humvee over here always has something in it too. They drop it. It usually drops through the Humvee, and it's either on the roof of the Humvee. There's a gas mask. And you'll see that sometimes too. You'll come into a zone, you'll see stuff falling from the sky. I don't know what the deal with that is. Always use water. Always use food. Never, never, never skip over food or water because you're always going to use them. Oh, there's an M9 helmet. Now the helmets are good because they are armor. Okay, that's pretty much all you'll find in this place. Okay, being there's a population of only 3, the chances are pretty good that I'll be safe. See, one zombie over there. Now this was Daisy. That zombie over there, if he turned and faced me, he would chase after me. This one, not so much. Oh, good. Somebody put up the barricade. Now, you can't shoot through the barricade. You can't walk through it. So I think it's a time-limited thing. But hyperly useful. I mean, think about it. If you are being chased by a horde of zombies and you could somehow put up a door, that's just great. So I'm coming in the store here. I'm going to grab whatever I can. Forget the black mask. It looks cool, the black mask. If it had some armor, I'd be wearing it right now. But it doesn't. It doesn't have any armor at all. So, probably going to have to fight her. She might see me. You can hear them too. They'll change their breathing. They'll go from to like It's kind of funny. And they'll chase after you. Alright. Diner's usually good for stuff. It's picked clean, which means somebody else has already done this. Flares, I'll pick it up. It doesn't take any more inventory up than what the other ones do, so. Alright, so where I log off, usually I don't log off in the diner. Because a chance, you're wide open. If you can log off in here and you see a player run by, you have a chance to either log off quickly or just run away. So I'll stick myself in a corner. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and log off again. So I know this is a little bit repetitive and a little bit boring, I guess. I mean, these survival games are not exciting. It's like the military. I was in the military for 8 years. And in the military, you have huge, big, vast amounts of time that nothing at all happens. Nothing. And then out of that, then you have like 5 seconds of terror. And that's the way it is in this game. It's boring for a lot of the time. It's just big, empty, open areas that you're running through. There's no auto run, so you basically got to hold the key down and run wherever you're going. And then out of nowhere, somebody will start shooting you, or the zombies will come out of nowhere, and so that makes it exciting. But until that happens, it's pretty much boring. And this is a server with 5 people, so we're going to hop on that one. I love having fast internet, man. It loads this game up like choo-choo. Alright, so here we go. We gotta get ready to move right when the thing loads, because there could be somebody standing right in front of us. Okay, that's just a flashlight. Okay. Can of soda. Nice. People always say I'm friendly and everything, but what I've found in this game is you kill everyone on sight. You don't take anybody at their face value. Okay, I'm sorry. You would like to think that people are nice, but I have been killed in the back so many times in this game. I just gave up. I'm like, okay, if everybody I see is a target, I'm sorry. People all like, oh man, I'm your friend. Don't shoot me. Don't attack me. Whatever. Blah blah blah. It's not like that. If this is a real zombie apocalypse, the less people you have to deal with, the better anyway, right? If this was really happening. The more people you have out, the less supplies for food, the more chance that people are... Oh, look, there's some money on the ground, which means somebody killed somebody right here. Killed a zombie. There's all more... Look at all this money. Nobody's picking it up? And there's nothing in my spots, which means somebody's already been through here. Somebody's using my video to teach them how to do this. Nothing here at all. Somebody's already been through, and recently, because this stuff respawns pretty quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Okay. While we're waiting, if you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them in the description or in the comments section. I'll have to reload it because sometimes I see that there's no comments and I have to refresh. And there's actually reload it because sometimes I see that there's no comments and I have to see. You hear my voice? That's sexy voice. Okay. So yeah, nobody's left any comments. That's all right. So let's go back to play the game. Server browser. So this, yeah, like I said, this is a rinse and repeat. Once I've built up a huge arsenal, why I'm doing this is because I want to play with my friends. And whenever we go out together, if all of us are pretty much carrying a backpack with a flashlight, you don't get very much done. Okay, because it's just not going to happen. I think it was already on that server. Let's do 29 join server. So you want to build up the arsenal so that when you guys are ready to go out, you can, okay, here you can have a pistol, here's a couple of magazines for the pistol, here's a shotgun and that kind of thing. You give that good stuff to them, and then you guys are a roving army of desperados. And either you can just fight zombies and take their stuff, or you can kill other players and take their stuff. And it's actually a lot of fun to just kill other players. There is no honor among thieves, and that's definitely the way it is in this game too. Alright, I got myself some money, which means somebody else was here recently and killed a zombie and left the money on the ground. Oh, hammer. Always use a hammer. Hammer is probably one of the best weapons in the game. That or a baseball bat, which I haven't found any baseball bats. Okay, somebody's already been through here and picked the hot spots, I think. Some ammo? Not bandages. And a flare. Skip the flare. Oh, some more money. So when you kill a zombie, it drops money. Now, it seems great. Look, I just picked up $79 and I can use it to buy stuff in the store. Unfortunately, stuff in the store is mega expensive. A knife will cost you $7,500, and just an ammo magazine with like 40 rounds is like $25,000. It's out of control, and it's not. It's just the prices that they're setting from the game. It's not run by the players at all. Okay, there's flares. Skip a flare. Skip a flare. Which is probably what everyone else is doing. Flares are only great because you can drop them down and then you can have light in that area, but you only drop them. You can't use them to fight with or anything. Antibiotics I can always use. Okay. So this is my farming routine, and I've been doing it for the last couple days, and as you saw in the beginning of the video, I have lots of kick-butt weapons. So some more money on the ground, man. Money is the only cool thing, the only thing that automatically goes into an inventory that you do not have to load up. Like if somebody were to shoot me right now, the money that I picked up so far, they can't get. They can only get the weapons and armor and everything I've got on me. Ooh, these bandage DXs will heal you 100%. They're pretty good. People are always asking about friendly. I don't know. Ooh, look at this. What is this? Is that a large? It's a medium. I'll pick up a medium. Some binoculars. I've got like 30 pairs of binoculars. Water. Always pick up water. And what's this on the ground over here? More bandages. Alright, let's quickly just check our inventory. I've got a few more slots, which means I'm going to stick around a little bit longer. And I want to log off in the store. Now it's height of day, which is really, really dangerous for players and for zombies. Zombies aren't so much. You can see them. Let's go back into my corner. Log off real quick. This will be my last one. And then we can actually go play. I just wanted to show everybody the farming technique. Which, like I said, may or may not be in the game on release. They might fix this. They might say, well, you can only switch a server once every 10 minutes or something like that. Which will kind of slow this kind of thing down. Right now, it's just wide open. It's like, hey, yeah, I'll switch flop to another server. Oh, so this server's full of people who want to kill me. Sure, I'll switch to another server. I like that part. I like being able to do that, but it does make it a little bit more unfair. Okay. Looking for the lowest pop I can find. 171 looks good. Oh, 4. That's even better. So right now you can pre-purchase Daisy. I think you can get the low version, which is $29, and it will let you in the game right off. You can play forever until it's done with beta, or you can purchase the big mega pack, which I did, which is $59, and it comes with 6 months of a server. We'll have our own private server for 6 months, and so once we get that going, if we have the ability to set things up on it and things, we will, and we will open it to the public so that we can all play together, and I can kill your asses. I'm just being practical. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Alright. Okay, we're going to hit the hot spots here. There's always either a player or a zombie usually in that spot, so that's why I always like to run sideways there. See, the zombies, they're pretty much lame. Or, not lame, they're just kind of... You know, this guy saw me. Couple shots to the head. See, he didn't drop any money, but the game might be glitched. Maybe it's dropping money for other players. Other players can see the money being dropped. Some more binoculars, another hammer. Now I got plenty of hammers. I think I'll hold off on the hammers now. Get over here to my good spot, which is where all the weapons spawn. Can of soup. I'll use some food. I have found some good stuff. I found an AK-47 right here, and I found a shotgun here. So this is my favorite little house. There's always something good in this spot. You can always go over and check the RV over here, but I don't know. I don't bother. It's just extra step in the loop. Alright, so I said this was our last one. That's fine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head back to the safe zone. Let's go over here and grab whatever we can. Fireman helmet does give you a little bit of protection, but it also makes you have a bright yellow thing on your head. And probably not the best if you're trying to run away to have a bright yellow head. Not from the zombies, but from players. Bright yellow head is just anti-good. Real quick before we head out there, I'm gonna stop by the diner one last time and just grab some food or whatever that might be there. There's usually food in there. Ooh, something just dropped from the sky. Did you see it fall? That's what I'm talking about. The game like spawns things, and how it spawns them is that they just fall from the sky. Okay, what's this? That's another M9. Those are good helmets. They'll give you a bit of protection. What do we got in? Ooh, is that a magazine? Yeah, 7.62, baby. That's the, if you're not familiar, that is the NATO round that the AK-47 uses. So if you have an AK-47, you want to find that 7.62 millimeter ammunition. Antibiotics. Always use antibiotics. I'm done with the painkillers. Let's do a last pass through the town here, pick up whatever we can, and we're gonna head back. So this is the rinse and repeat. So I've gone into town. I have gathered all I could, and now I'm gonna head back. Looking at the map, where I'm heading back to is Castle Pine. I'm gonna switch back to this view. When I'm doing this run, I like to look around me and see what's going on. Well, if there's any other players following me. I don't know why this view to me it appears to be better, but it is. For whatever reason. I'm going to put the chocolate bar up here and a can of soda because I'm hungry and thirsty. So 6 and 5. There we go. I have never dropped down to where that was completely gone. This character's been alive the longest, so he has lost health he's lost thirst and hunger. Usually I'm dead by now. Like other players or zombies will take you out. so that when you revive, you have full health and everything. Now I'm playing in normal mode. You can play hardcore mode, which means your player gets killed, it's gone forever. Which to me is, I mean, it kind of is that way anyway, because right now there's a 1 hour time limit before you can play the character again. It used to be 24 hours when it first started, and you could only make 5 characters. And so if you played and you got killed 5 times, which can happen pretty quickly, you end up getting screwed, because then you couldn't play at all. So they dropped it down to 1 hour. So hopefully you're not doing anything where you're gonna. Usually you're not gonna get killed 5 times in an hour unless you're in a really. I've had it happen. They spawn you randomly when you first spawn your character, and sometimes they spawn you. I got spawned right in the middle of this place called Campos City, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's full of zombies and players because it's like 20 different buildings you can go into and find stuff. So if you're really wanting to be greedy, you go to Campos City, because that's a place where you can either hunt other players or find tons and tons of stuff. Alright, I haven't used my sprint yet, and so I've made this run enough. I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. So, real quick, just check behind me, make sure nobody's running after me, because I would use my sprint if they were. But what I'm going to do is, right after I get past this tree, I can then sprint all the way to the safe zone, if I haven't sprinted yet. Okay, that big tree there is the line of the safe zone. So all I've got to do is make it to that big tree, and we made it back. So if you notice around the my character on the lower left-hand side, you'll see an orange circle. That is your sprint, and you can sprint all the way up to right about where his head is when it comes back around. And that will give you okay, now I'm actually in the safe zone. Now I haven't seen anybody shoot into the safe zone. I'm wondering if I'm standing here and there's a sniper on the hill over there, he can still shoot. If he could shoot me in the safe zone. I don't know if he could or not, or if you're in here, you're just invincible. But what this is there's like a prison up here, and they've just if you watch The Walking Dead, you know how they're in the prison. So they made this prison into a safe zone. But you don't have to go actually inside of it. You can just go inside the boundary. Alright, so let's go ahead and log off. Why am I logging off again? Well, because now we're going to actually play. We'll play for a little bit, and we'll check out some stuff. But you don't want to go out with everything. Like my backpack is completely full right now. So I'm going to switch characters, and I'm going to grab some weapons and go exploring. So that was my farming technique. You guys are more than welcome to use it. Just don't kill me if you see me running around, Mr. Infected Joe. There's no name tag, so you can never tell who somebody is in this game. Okay, so I'm probably going to go out with... let's take out McNacho. I don't know why I named him. Oh, what I was doing for a while, every time somebody killed me, I was naming myself Mick, whatever that person's name was, and coming back just to harass him. But I've learned now that harassing is just not really worth it. Okay, so infected mules. Okay, what we'll do is infected Joe. Let's go to inventory, and I'm gonna take everything out that I picked up. Look at all this goodies. I got 5 water bottles, 6 water bottles actually. And so that little routine I do, going into town, logging in, logging out, it's really, really helpful for getting a lot of good stuff. Look at all the goodies I got. I mean, I got lots of goodies. I wish there was a way to like unload all, which would be great. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take one gun, like a pistol, and 1 magazine. Because that's why we're doing this. We get a good arsenal, and then you can pick things out of your arsenal that are not that great. Like, okay, I could afford to lose a pistol at this point. I've got how many pistols? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 pistols. I can afford to lose 1. That's what you need to do it like. You need to go, okay, what can I go out here with and afford to lose completely? And if you can afford to lose a pistol or a shotgun or whatever you have, if you got 5 shotguns, of course, just take a shotgun. Okay, so we're gonna go back. We'll pick Mr. We'll pick Mick Joe. Okay, we'll go here and go to inventory. I'll give him a pistol, one ammo magazine, and I think I'll give him a hat. Well, I want to also give him a hammer, because hammers don't use any ammo. Okay, so you can always use the hammer and you're not... And I'm going to give him a helmet. And I love this inventory, it's infinite. So you can just grab all kinds of good stuff. Oh, that's a cool one, a black one, that's neat. We'll just put a regular urban helmet on him. So he's got a little bit of armor, he's got a pistol and a hammer, and I'm going to give him a medium backpack. Where was it? Oh. And then we're going to change backpack to medium. Because I need a little bit more room. And there we go. We're good to go now. So let's go out and explore. So, if I wanted to fight other players, going to a highly populated server would be a good idea. I don't know if I really want to. So we'll go to a medium pop. I won't go to like a... let's go to... Oh, look, this one's a 1. Wow. Let's go here to a 10. So we're on server 115. And I think this guy is close to where my other guys are, so it's going to be kind of the same area. It's a global time. I think it's 6 hours real life time for day and 6 hours real life time for night. Or maybe it's 3 hours and 3 hours. I can't remember. But it does take a long time for night and day to come. Like each time you're waiting, if you're waiting for night. Okay. Oh, okay, so I was talking about Campo City. This is Campo City. I'm right outside of it. And honestly, I really would rather use the hammer. Until I see somebody. If I see a person, I'm going to switch up to the gun, of course. Alright, so we're going into the shit. Alright. There are a lot of zombies around Campo City, just in the area around them. Around it, and then inside, of course, it's packed. Now, I think this is campus. It's C-A-M-P-O-S, but I think it's a campus. I think it's a college campus, because it looks like a campus. So most of these zombies are like kids, teenagers. See, there's a zombie on the ground there. You guys can see it in the video pretty well. There's a zombie standing up, and there's also one on the ground. The one on the ground is actually still alive, so you got to watch that. You think, oh, it's a guy, I can go loot him or something. No, it's actually a live zombie. He's just taking a nap. All right. Want to try to save your sprint for if you need to run. So I don't ever sprint unless I'm really needing to run. And then if you see a player coming up on you, shoot him. Don't wait for them to like say hi or would you help me or whatever, because 9 times out of 10 they are there just to kill you. That zombie's got nails in his head. That's pretty funny. Okay. It didn't attract any other zombies, so that's good. Trying to do that with you start off with a flashlight, and trying to do that with a flashlight, oh my god, it can be done. You can defend yourself with a flashlight, but it takes a while. Hammers are nice. Like I said, you gotta look up a little bit so that you're aiming at their head. There are no aiming... Excuse me, I'm coming down with a cold. This game does not offer aiming reticles for the servers yet. Eventually you'll be able to get a reticle as part of the server. Like the server will be with reticle, without reticle. If it's got a reticle, then you can, of course, aim where you're shooting or fire or hitting with a hammer or whatever. Right now it doesn't. You're just sort of swinging in the air. Okay, I'm going to check out this building. You always want to check out buildings. They could be loaded with ammunition or weapons or whatever. Campo City is a very dangerous area, to be quite honest with you. There's a flare. I might as well pick it up. I might be able to use it tonight if it gets dark. It's middle of the day right now. Because a lot of people are attracted here. There's so much good stuff that people come from all over to go to Campo City. So it makes it really dangerous. Alright. I hear a zombie. Sometimes they go "Arr" if they see you. So this looks like it's been a few years after the apocalypse. Like, most buildings you go to in this game, the paint's completely missing. So it's not been like 15 minutes. It's been a while. So there's some water. You know, as far as killing other players, I say don't feel bad about it, quite honest with you. At first, when I first started playing, I really did get upset. I was like, oh my god, I just took an hour to run to this spot, you jerk, and you killed me, you know? But the way you have to look at it is, in a real life zombie apocalypse, if there was such a thing, it would be survival of the fittest. And the fittest is whoever is still alive at the end, right? And that's the whole point. And if you can take somebody out... Now, you could band up with somebody. If you're somebody you trusted, of course. That's why you want to play with your friends. Okay, I'm gonna definitely track this zombie. Campo City is one of those places, though, I'd rather be here in the daytime than at night, because there's so many zombies that you can aggro them from a million miles away and not even mean to. Okay, there's one on the ground that's dead. Always check cars too. You can't see you can't get into the car, but you can. Look, there's something there. What is that? Instant oatmeal, always the best. Okay, yum yum yum. Anyway, I was saying, Campo City, I'd rather be here in the daytime because it's you can see where the zombies are. Whereas if it's nighttime, you can't see. You'll walk around a corner. I've died here at night just because of that. And none of my zombies are giving me money. Like, I don't understand why that's going on. I found a lot of money though just from other players. And maybe it's the same thing. Maybe the money is just not coming till later. I don't know. If you can find a militarized area, then go into it if you can. There's way better chance you're going to find some good weapons and armor in here. Okay. I gotta remember, I do have a pistol. But wouldn't it be nice to use the 50 cal up there? The game does have some pretty creepy music. I would advise playing it with the music turned right up, because when you get to certain areas, it starts to build and it's dun 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 dun. And at nighttime, it's really creepy and a lot of fun. Okay, there's going to be lots of zombies here because there's actually good stuff in these tents. So I don't mind killing a bunch of them to check out these tents. Actually, I didn't realize it was auto attack if you just hold it down. Okay, boonie. Not interested. I got 20 boonies. I hear him, I just don't see him. Okay, army guys. Oh, he saw me. So the zombies in this game, I think they're kind of weak. DayZ, man, they will tear you up. This one is they're not nearly as deadly, I don't think. All right, let's see. Oh, man, I'm striking out with this tent. Last time I came to this area, there was like a full set of body armor, sniper rifle, all this stuff, and I was getting chased, and I didn't have any kind of weapon to stop. And I was like, No, because if you notice, when I pick things up, it takes like a few seconds to pick them up. And if you got zombies on your tail and you stop to pick something up, you will die. You're probably gonna die anyway, but like something like a sniper rifle, it doesn't do you any good at all. What do we got here? Oh, black mask, yeah. They really look cool, but they don't give you any armor, so I'm not going to bother with those. Okay. How depressing. It's not that somebody's been through here and picked it clean, it's just I don't think they spawned anything good. Oh well, moving on. Gotta keep moving. Gotta keep finding stuff, because if there's nothing in those tents, then obviously it's just not gonna happen. Excuse me, sorry. I'm starting to get a cold. Always happens to me this time of year. A little bronchitis. Whoa, hi there. Now usually they drop money, and they haven't been, so... If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening. So the lesson is, when a zombie apocalypse comes, get a hammer. To be quite honest with you, I would probably prefer to have a sword, like a samurai sword or whatever. Now I did get hit. Well, do I have any bandages on me? I do not. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll have to find some at some point. I'm not dying right this second, so it's not like it's going to immediately happen, but... but I should find some just to heal back up a little bit. I love that that guy has nails in his head already. Like I'm just helping to nail him in a little farther with my hammer. I clearly don't know where I'm going. I'm just looking around. Usually this place is crawling with players too. Hi. Okay, and a sody pop. A bottle of water. At this point, I'd really like to have some bandages. So this is still in beta. There's still some bugs they gotta work out and stuff. Now that was scary. I was not expecting her to come around the corner. Ooh, Nelly. Like 6 of them back there. Now you always want to try to take them on one at a time. More than one can be pretty fatal. The only times I say zombies are really a problem in this game is if there are more than one. If you got 2 of them chasing you, you gotta kind of walk backwards and whack them. Hey Panda Man, oh, it's lagging for you? That's funny because, no, it's not funny, but last night, oh, 12 gauge slugs, nice. Last night I was trying to watch somebody else live stream and it was lagging like crazy for me too. And I've got everything set kind of at a minimum. It's not like I'm running at like quality level 5, I think, or 6, and I'm running at like 3,000 kilobits per second, which I can easily do 6. So I'm running it at half the speed it should be because I didn't want it to lag. Is everybody else having lag too? And I'm sorry about the lag in replying. It just now showed me that you made that comment, and it says here that you did it 3 minutes ago, so I apologize. So if anybody else is having some lag problems, let me know. I could restart it. I'm watching it myself and it looks smooth on my screen, so I don't know. Of course I'm watching it on my own computer, but I'm talking about like I'm actually watching it on YouTube just to see how it looks. And also to read the comments if you guys leave comments. Also, everything in this game is like nature sounds. You'll just hear birds chirping and stuff like that. You firing off a gun is an instant come either kill me or run away from me for the other players. Now if they've got guns themselves, they might be like, huh, that's a free gun, I better go get it. So that's why I prefer like hammer, or like I was saying earlier, a sword. A samurai sword would be great. You know, slice their head right off. If you've been watching The Walking Dead, that new character just showed up with a sword. Or two swords, actually. Very, very efficient way to... You don't ever have to refill it. All you gotta do is... reload it, I mean. All you gotta do is sharpen the blade every once in a while. Oh, Campo City usually is really good. This has been kind of a lame run. All I've got is... pretty much nothing actually out of this run except some water. The animations don't move as fast as the hits, so I think you're better off holding it down. See, if you just hold it down, you kill them a lot quicker. There is a construction site out in town, outside of town here, which does tend to have some good stuff too. So we might head there. Ah, there's a nice building over here too. I'll check that one out. I've been in that building before. It goes all the way to the roof. There's a building here too. Check that. I don't think I've ever been in that one. Because I have come here at nighttime and it is pretty creepy and dangerous. Just straight up at night. All that for some water. Penthouse mechanical room. That's funny, we're not even on the penthouse. We're on the ground floor. That's too bad we couldn't go up. I'd like to go into some of these apartments. I heard the dude, but I couldn't see him. Alright, now I'm in trouble. Look at my health. I'm like one hit away from dying. Got a can of soda, some Spam, and another hammer. So I'm in a bad way. Thanks, Spanky. Now, when you're that low on health, it will tick up a little bit and like fill up just a tiniest little bit, but it takes a long time. Oh, and this wounded, I can't sprint anymore. Lovely. Oh, that's right. When you're this wounded, look at the blood. I'm just like leaving gobs of blood on the ground. Like if I was bleeding out this much, I'd be dead in a minute. Now, in real life, if you're losing lots of blood, you can drink some fluid and it'll fill up over time. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I've got no way to fix myself up here. I don't have any bandages or anything. We'll just drink some water. Oh, that was coconut water. Drink that. Oh, it did fill me up. What do you know? Who would have thought that they put some real medical stuff in the game? As long as I can sprint, I guess I'm okay. I really do need to find some bandages, though. Wow, now these zombies are being a little bit more, aggressive. Oh, I remember now. Somebody told me that once you start bleeding a lot and you got blood dripping on the ground, they can smell you from far away. There's a building. I'm gonna try to get that building. Is a pretty good building to go into, so maybe there's some bandages in there. I love the blood trail. It's like splattered blood everywhere. Lovely. Love it when I've got a pop-up come up right in the middle of my stream. Oh, I heard that noise. Like, ah! That's the thing. You start playing this game, your senses are like super heightened because it's really quiet. You know, other than the birds chirping and stuff. So any little noise, like last night, my daughter dropped a dish accidentally, and I jumped. I was like, like that, because I thought it was somebody coming to get me in the game. Oh wait, this building doesn't go upstairs. I am very wounded. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to shoot them at me. Wow, she did come from nowhere. I guess it's the blood. You could ask why I suck so bad or whatever. The reason I'm trying not to die right now is I do have a pistol on me, and if I just had this hammer, I'd be like, okay, I'll just suicide and run in somewhere. Because I've got a pistol, it means that this guy is kind of worth saving, at least for now. I just totally get a kick out of the blood on the ground. It's kind of funny. It looks like Michael Jackson. Whoa. Oh, they're coming after me. Now in this game you can sprint and outrun them. Unlike some zombies, they do leave you alone after a while. Like in DayZ, you would run and they would they wouldn't let up. These guys are... I do want to stop up here in a second and check my map. If I can get to Goblin Peak, then I can at least log out and get my stuff put away. Get my armor or my pistol and anything I picked up in this little run. This wasn't meant as a farming run. This was just I was just going into Campo City because that's where I spawned next to, and just check out the place. But it really was pretty lame. In previous runs into Campo City, had a much better turnout. Like I said, I found it was a sniper rifle once. I didn't get a chance to pick it up, but there's a sniper rifle. There was a full body suit of armor. You know, all that kind of really cool stuff was in there. Another good place to check out is the airfield. But you get somebody with a high-powered rifle in the airfield, they can sit up in the tower and they can pick you off as you're running across the airfield. That happened to me twice, so I haven't been back. But if I went to a low-pop server, I could head down there. Maybe I'm going to be ending the stream here in a little while anyway. So maybe that means something I could do for another day, another time. Okay, so being this wounded, you do not refill your sprint bar as fast as when you're not wounded. Did not know that. Okay, I can see right there ahead that white wall that's directly ahead of us. You might not be able to see it in the stream as well, but that is the safe zone. So if I can make it to that, I think we're done. If I was to be a jerk, or actually there's another class in this game called Bandit. I don't know how you get it, but I guess it's after you kill enough players. But if I was going to be a bandit, then what I would do is sit out here waiting for people to come into the safe zone, because going out, they pretty much got nothing. But there's been times I've been on servers where they have killed me going out of the safe zone. It's like, wait a second, even if I was a brand new player, going out, I pretty much got nothing on me. Alright, so we made it. Alright, well, I appreciate you all for watching this today. I hope the if you want to watch again, you didn't see the first part, watch the first part, because that's where I talk about how to farm. So if you're just joining me now, I appreciate it, but you missed some of the good stuff in the beginning. So so now we're here, I can get all these goodies out that I grabbed. Actually, look, I did do a pretty good run. It was a pretty good run. It wasn't meant as a gathering mission, but good enough. I mean, I bought it. Look at the 12-gauge shotgun shells are great, because I can always use those. So yeah, anyway, once again, I really do appreciate you guys watching, and I will be probably back again tomorrow. I'm just going to keep doing this and playing War Z for a little while, so if you're into it and you want to check it out, you can always hang out here on my channel and watch it with me here. But I think that's going to be pretty much it. So, once again, thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you soon. This is Geekasaurus signing out. Until next time, see ya!